Furiosa, a Mad Max saga is here, and I love a movie that reminds me, oh yeah, I do need to get gas on my way home from the theater. This is the origin story for Furiosa, now played by Anya Taylor Joy, and it starts all the way back when she was a kid, ripped from her home, her mother killed, and then she's thrust into a world that's like a Roman epic crossed with a futuristic Hanna-Barbera cartoon. It shows how she gets in with characters like Immortan Joe and the Kamikaze War Boys, where there's a lot of battling going on between Gas Town, Bullet Town, and I wouldn't have been surprised if Baron Harkonnen showed up somewhere. George Miller is so great at writing memorable villains that go delightfully over the top and chew the screen left and right. He's also great at names too. This movie has characters named Dementus, Rectus, and Scrotus. I like this guy, Praetorian Jack, who's basically the Mad Max clone of the movie. Like it actually has a character that would have starred in an Italian Mad Max knockoff. This guy does a really great job, and it left me wanting more. This is also one of my favorite roles for Chris Hemsworth now, and all it took was a nose for him to be almost unrecognizable here. He's brilliant, and the character finds this balance between you want to see Furiosa get her revenge against him. You're like, yeah, this guy needs to get it by the end. But you can also see why people follow him, because he is likable. It's a real three-dimensional character, where you learn enough about his past to see why he does certain things, and he does evil shit, but will also be cool sometimes. And Miller cares so much about Furiosa here that we spend a lot of time with her as a kid, and it probably isn't until an hour into it that Anya Taylor Joy takes over for the character. She doesn't have a lot of lines, but it goes without saying she's great at acting with her eyes. From the beginning, the suspense doesn't let up here. It's 2.5 hours and goes by quick. I didn't want it to end. I was practically sweating bullets watching these scenes. The trailer makes it look way more CGI heavy than it is. I mean, that's there, sure. But this is still a big smorgasbord of crazy stunt work, costumes, big landscapes with extras, and cars smashing into each other. I'll give it an A. It's by far and away a worthy chapter in this series. That isn't the only movie I watched though. So last week Netflix sent me a screener for the Jennifer Lopez sci-fi movie Atlas. I watched it, did a review of it, and was gonna post it once the embargo lifted. But then it got claimed to where I couldn't release it. Okay, so you want me to review your movie or not? To sum it up quick, half of it was okay when it's a survival story where she's trapped in an AI escape pod and the two work together to make it to safety. Then the other half of it is overwritten and just derivative of a lot of different movies and video games and struggles to find its own identity like a lot of these sci-fi streaming movies. It was a C+. So yeah, Furiosa is your best bet this weekend. And check out my review for the new mockbuster Road Wars Max Fury. That's out too. See you next time.